Make it clap.
A very good afternoon, a warm welcome. CTV Sports coming to you live from Grand Champions Polo Club. I'd like to welcome everybody to the limited edition 8-goal 2025. This is game number 4. The two teams, as you can see, not wasting any time getting things underway. And I will quickly, if I get a chance, before we might see the opening goal here from that team in the blue shirts. And that, of course, is Tanakhanda. Well, that took... all of, I think, let's have a close look. I think 10 seconds, just under 10 seconds for that opening goal to be scored here. Let's have another quick look. The ball came out of the throw-in, and Luis Escobar wasting absolutely no time. I'm not sure if this is a new record, but definitely right up there. So Luis Escobar, and that already is the man with the number 4 on his back, playing off 4 goals for Tanakhanda. We'll go in reverse order then. So Luis Escobar, as I just said, at number 3, the 2-goal at Santiago Moyano. Playing at number 3, 2 goals, as I said. At number 2, Dr. Tanvir Khan, playing off 0 goals. And at number 1, Piers Bossum, the second 2-goaler in that team. They are Tanakhanda, playing in the blue shirts, and Kwaiton Z in the white shirts, led by the young Brazilian Alessia Zeidler, playing off -1. Then we have the first of our two brothers, Artemio Figueres, the two-goaler at number 2. João Pedro Sousa, the other two-goaler and the other Brazilian, playing at number 3. And Hilario Figueres, the young man who's on the ball as I speak, playing the number 4 position of a handicap of +5. Now, both of these teams so far in this limited edition 8 goal have already played one game, and neither have actually won their opening game. Tanakhanda lost to Tough Rider in overtime. Very close game that was, 7-8. And Kwaiton Z lost to Amaro, also in overtime, by 10-11. So both of these teams coming into this match, the fourth, as I say, with an 0-1. As I said, there are a total of 4 teams competing in the limited edition 8 goal. And plenty more action coming from that tournament, of course, over the coming days and weeks. Our first whistle of the match, and let's just have a close look at what happened there. My head, of course, was down reading you all these lovely notes. And I forgot to mention, of course, our 2 mounted officials this afternoon on Field 4 at Grand Champions Polo Club are Dale Schweitz and Mr. Roddy Matthews. Dale will be sitting here at the CTV headquarters studios this afternoon. Very much looking forward to the 7th, which is what it is, the 7th Nick Roldan Sunset International Polo White Party, which will be kicking off a little bit later on this afternoon. I'll tell you more as the match goes on. And now then, an open goal penalty here once again for Tanakhanda. And it's off the line, the penalty to 30 yards, and no mistake for the two-goaler playing at the number 3 position, Santiago Moyano. So Tanakhanda getting off to a very good start here in this, as I say, 4th match of the limited edition 8 goal. Back to the halfway line they go. Kwaiton Z, who were very much, or are very much the team to beat, haven't yet quite found their rhythm. I'm sure that will happen imminently, but at the moment it is very much the boys in the blue shirts, and away we go. Ball thrown in to play, and this looks like it could be the first attack and the first shot on goal. There it comes, and very unlucky, just putting that one ever so slightly out on that far post. So this young man, Luis Escobar, will be doing, I'm sure, most of the knock-ins for Tanakhanda, and away we go. Ball being tapped in by Senor Escobar. Let's see if he can very quickly push his team into a 3-goal advantage. Ball going up to the front door there, looking for Piers Bossum. Very strong player of 2 goals on the turn. And now it'll be Figueres, Hilario, taking the ball on the left-hand side of the field. This field, remember, running east to west. Hilario and a very nice fast pony. Hilario will work it, take it. Needs a little bit of help there from his brother, Artemio. And a little flick of the wrist. It just evades him there. That could have, should have been goal number 1 here for Kwaiton Z. Ball ever so slightly just going out of bounds. So back to this, to square one. And again, the knock-in coming from Luis Escobar. Plays this one out to the left-hand side, or probably wanted to play it more to the left. Ended up going a bit more down the middle. Picked up now by the first of our 2 Brazilians on that field. Remember, Alessia Zeidler, João Pedro Sousa. Little bit of a miss hit here. Hilario, once again on the board, gets pushed slightly into his own half. You can see there maybe 10, 12 yards the distance to the halfway line, and with 3:25 on the clock, we will have our first courtesy change. So, as I was saying, later on this afternoon, very much looking forward to the 7th edition of the Sunset Polo International. If you haven't already gotten your tickets, you might still be in luck, but of course there will be tickets available on the door. But if you have the time, sunsetpolo.com is the place to go to. And just to give you a bit of an idea of the polo, of course, that's going to be played there this afternoon. Remembering that all of the proceeds, of course, going to a very good cause, very dear to the hearts of both Nick Roldan and Grant Gainsey, who are hosting this event, the Kid Cancer Foundation and the PTF, the Polo Training Foundation. A very good cause. So that is where all that money is going to. But the two teams that are going to be playing, we have one's Sebi Lion, a 20-goal team, beg your pardon, with Grant Ganzi, Matias, aka Colo Gonzalez, and Nick Roldan and Chris Campson. And they're going to be up against Team Blackwatch, coming in off 22 goals with Jason Crowder, one of our World Polo League superstars, Hilario Figueres, another one, Tommy Collingwood, another one, and of course, Mr. Fred Mannix making up that Team Blackwatch. I'll tell you a little bit more about the event as the afternoon continues. Now, quickly back to field number 4. Players have been very quick in changing those ponies, and away we go. The knock-in coming, and it's going to be quite on Z, and another shot on goal. The finishing touch, oh, cheeky and very effective, cracking goal there. The first by the Brazilian João Pedro Sousa. Very nice little combo there. If you want to have another look at that, the pass came from Artemio, timed it just right, enough pace on it, and then elegant finish there by the Brazilian, picking up his first goal, making it 2-1 still in favour of Tanakhanda. Back to the halfway line they go. Ball thrown into play by Mr. Dale Schwetz, coming in from the far side on Lakeworth Road. And barely had that ball been released, we had an incident there in that lineup. So the first whistle here after that goal was just scored. Let's have another look. Ball comes into play. You can see quite clearly there that Hilario Figueres had firmly already established himself on that right-of-way. Player coming across unintentionally, but a foul, of course, is a foul. So a hit from the spot. It happened on the halfway line, so that is where that ball will be placed. And Hilario Figueres, remember this young man, the only one so far from, I think, this very same spot, hitting a penalty shot and scoring. Only one who's done that so far in the season. And this time quite on Z, not picking up the goal that they were looking for, the equaliser, and that ball will bounce against the sideboards. A new line, of course, is automatically created, and Hilario won't waste any time jumping onto said line. Now he's in within range. Is he going to try and work this one? Looks like he is. Wants to get a little bit closer, Hilario. And now then, was that young man in the middle of your screen there raising his mallet in the air? And I think he was already on that right of way, the man with the number 3, João Pedro Sousa. So, yep, that is the call by the umpires. Again, a right of way infringement. We'll have another look at the play here. Hilario working it really, really well. Still Hilario, and then there, cutting across, and it was nice to see how João Pedro was backing him up. So, a little foul, but a big opportunity now for Quite On Z to pick up the equaliser. They will also receive an open goal penalty 2. And looks like it's going to be Artemio, who's been very solid and very consistent from the penalty line, be it the 2, the 3, or the 4. Umpires called play. Artemio to pick up his first goal of the match. That was relatively straightforward, so there we go. After a very, very, very quick start. Remember that opening goal coming from Luis Escobar in, I would say, about 9.8 seconds. And then Santiago Moyano not wasting any time picking up the first penalty of the game, a penalty 2. That put them up by 2-0. But then very quickly, Quite On Z, after that courtesy change, finding their rhythm, coming back very strong. And Artemio and João Pedro Sousa are now getting the equaliser. And it looks like they're on a roll here. Artemio wins the throw-in, and Artemio, I'm sure, will not make a mistake. Well, I need to be careful what I say, because he's not put that one through, just maybe a little bit too complacent. Probably wasn't aware of the fact that he had a defender coming up a little bit quicker than he might have thought. And I'm sure he'd like to have another go at that one, just giving that one away. So back to Luis Escobar, and the knock-in coming from the west end side of the goal, beg your pardon, the east end side of the goal mouth, playing towards the west end. That ball didn't go anywhere near as far as he would have liked. Hilario, again, remember, he's in range. Puts that one into the... oh, I was about to say, yes, he did. He did. I think he was trying to lay it up, but he put it away. So well played, Hilario. I'm I'm sure that was slightly unintentional. I think he was trying to just tee it up for a player. Looking for his brother there at the front door. Or beg your pardon, he was looking for Joao Pedro Sousa, but there was no need because that ball just trickled over the line. So all of a sudden, Kwaiton Z take the lead. And that will bring us to the end of the first chukka. So after a very quick start, it's now Kwaiton Z, once again the team to beat. Join us. We'll be right back for chukka number 2.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Welcome back. Quick pony change. Great to have you with us. CTV Sports. My name is Jan Eric. Great to have you with us for this fourth match of the limited edition 8 Gold 2025. Tanakhanda in the blue shirts against Kwaiton Z. Both of these teams, as to be expected after their opening matches, which they were not able to bring home a win. Very offensively minded. We saw that in that opening chuck-up by Tanakhanda, not wasting any time to pick up a very important couple of quick goals in that opening phase. But then Kwaiton Z gathered, regrouped, and very quickly got the equaliser and then finished chukka number 1 with a lead after a cheeky goal coming from Hilario Figueres. So now very much the pressure and, as we would like to say, game on here. Well, this is the old rule. If you snooze, you lose. Negative play or delay of game. I'm not quite sure what was going through their minds. But here they come to a complete or more or less standstill right there. And then, well, you can see him. He's pushing Artemio. But a little bit too much of an angle there on that uneven ride-off. I'm sure that'll be the call. Slight uneven, meant well, and as a result of that, they will move the ball up to the halfway line for a penalty 5B from the centre. And this, of course, a job for El Capitan, Luis Escobar, taps the ball into play. Now goes for the big shot. It's the back of the pony there of the number 2, Artemio Figueres. Play continues. The connection, not quite getting the touch that he wanted there. Play with the number 1, Piers Bossum, but he was definitely in the right place to pick up that pass. So Kwaiton Z dodging a bullet in so much that they didn't get the equaliser. They're currently in the lead if you've just joined us. Artemio plays it out to the left-hand side. Ball stays in play. And still in possession of Kwaiton Z. Taken off the boards. A little bit of space, a little bit of room to work in. Now then, needs to get past that first player, but clever play here. Once again, by the man with the number 4, Luis Escobar. A lot of experience, of course, that he brings to this team. And that ball didn't quite go through. Hilario. Opening up very nicely as this match continues, taking the scenic route round the outside. Now he's got to be careful because he's got Santiago Moyano coming in for the challenge. Picked up now by Dr. Tanwir Khan. Well played. Keeps the ball in play with a nice little backhand. He was looking there for Piers. Well, I'm sure he won't mind as long as it's a blue shirt working that ball upfield. Again here, a bit of a sticker, a bit of a sword fight. Stolen and taken back. A little cut shot, not quite going where he wanted it to. Nice little touch on the near side by Artemio. But Tanakhanda are pushing and pushing and pushing. They come together. Well, if two are in dispute, there's always a third person who will benefit either way, and that for the moment was Hilario Figueres. So Tanakhanda again pressing very hard. They're on the boards. Quick little turnaround. Artemio, this time it's his turn. Also drops the ball. Did everything, all the hard work, and then when it came down to taking the ball a bit further downfield, now this time a nice little shot there of all three attacking players of Kwaitonzi. Once again, Luis Escobar coming in for the hook, steals the ball back. So they're sticking to their game plan, which is not to allow Kwaitonzi any unnecessary room or space to play their game. Hilario, for the first time in quite some time, has a little bit of room and just waiting to open those shoulders to, well, he's going to leave this one behind. And that just went wide, unlucky. Nice little setup. Artemio, again, I'm sure would like to have another crack at that one. So that just going wide would have been 4-2, but it stays 3-2 as they go for their next courtesy change. So going back to this afternoon, of course, everybody here at Grand Champions Polo Club and CTV Sports are very, very happy and excited about the 7th edition of the Nick Roldan Sunset Polo White Party, hosted, of course, also by Grant Gansey. And Gansey and Roldan are creating an event unlike any other in the US by combining great polo, fantastic music, dancing, and, of course, 2 secret performers, and to top things off, a very, very tasty Argentine asado to raise money for the Kids Cancer Foundation and the Polo Training Foundation. Following the game, then the award presentation, there'll be some speeches, and then, as I said, 2 surprise entertainers will perform. And if you were here in recent years, well, last year, unfortunately, we had to cancel the event due to extremely bad weather. And, of course, health and safety always come first, but I'm not sure if it was the year before that or even 2 years prior to that. We had 50 Cent performing. So I can promise you that those 2 surprise entertainers will not disappoint. Players, meanwhile, are coming back to on the field 4, to continue chukker number 2 in this limited edition 8-goal. Remember, we play a total of 6 chukkers, and even though we've got a big event happening here this afternoon, polo, of course, will continue. We've got a big day of polo coming up tomorrow. I'll tell you a little bit more about that towards the end of the broadcast, so you can set your, well, not necessarily your alarm, but just make a note to when you want to tune in. CTV Sports will be bringing you, we've got a triple header tomorrow, 6, 16, and then again another 6-goal game, all starting at midday. And as I say, I'll tell you more about that throughout the broadcast. Back now to Luis Escobar, taps the ball into play. Still a good 3.5 minutes remaining. Tanakhanda now looking for the equaliser, but Kwaitonzi, and that's what they've been doing throughout all of the tournaments that they've played, the 6, the 8, and the 12, and they've won most of them, if not all of them, is their defensive game plan, which always seems to work exceptionally well, making this one of the very, very hardest teams to beat this season. As I say, successful in the 6, the 8, and in the 12-goal. And I'm sure that the oppositions will have been studying how they play. I mean, if you think about that first game for Kwaitonzi, they lost in overtime to Amaro by 10-11, so it really could have been anybody's game. And then the same happened to Tanakhanda, also in overtime. The golden goal there being scored. So let's see if Tanakhanda has found the perfect remedy to make it a 1-1. Ball going over the halfway line, picked up nicely on the near side by Moyano. Trying to work it a bit further down. Nice little touch there by Zeidler. Stopping that attacking, that offensive play by Tanakhanda. And very quickly, quite on Z. And this is also where you can learn a lot from how quickly they turn defense into offense or offense into defense, whatever the situation may be demanding of them. And of course, this young man playing on 5 goals, Hilario Figueres, always a threat, especially when he's so close in front of goal. Little deflection, and that's a little bit unlucky there. The ball came off the pony of Santiago Moyano, so Hilario picks up his second goal and extends the lead now to 4-2 in favour of Kwaiton Z. And there you see it again. A little bit unlucky, but he won't mind. A goal is a goal. Coming up to the 2-minute mark remaining to play here in Chukka number 2 as they line up back on the halfway line. Remember, for those of you who've just joined in or tuned in and have never watched a game of polo before, first of all, it's great to have you with us. But after every goal is scored, the players, the teams, they change ends. An old tradition from when the English play polo in India, where they got in touch with this game. And of course, in India, you can't play polo at this time of day. It's far too hot. So they'll have to wait until the sun set. And then it would be an Englishman to complain he was always playing against the sun. And that's since that time, that rule was implemented. So be it rain, shine, or any other kind of weather conditions that both teams need to have that little handicap, if you will. So that's why they change ends after every goal is scored. Hilario Figueres now possibly looking for goal number 3. Gets his pocket picked there by Piers Bossum, but the umpires will have a word on that. Wouldn't mind having another closer look at the replay. Remember, it all started with, here we go, with Hilario on the boards. Now a new line was created. He jumped on that line, turned on the inside, and this is where it all started going a little bit pear-shaped. He's still playing. Now, was there a little rub coming in from Piers Bossum on that play? Well, there was clearly an uneven ride-off. He tried to stop him in his tracks. Of course, the umpires can trigger this, but I think this is a pretty straightforward case for Artemio to pick up his second goal again from the line, the penalty 2 position, making it now 5-2 with a minute remaining here in Chukka number 2. So Kwaiton Z, as I say, after a little bit of a shaky start, finding their, or getting into their rhythm quite nicely. And since that initial attack from Luis Escobar and then the second goal from Santiago Moyano, we haven't really seen much from them. I would say the majority of ball possession very much going in favour of Kwaiton Z, especially now in these first Chukkas. Maybe a chance here for Tanakhanda to pick up a last second goal before we end Chukka number 2. Left once again for Luis Escobar. Opens his shoulders. Didn't really get a clean piece of that ball. A bouncing ball. But that is why it is so important to remember that it is a team sport, and especially with the polo, you need to know where to be at what time. Nice little backhand coming from Dr. Tanwir Khan. And the finish, well, what came first, the chicken or the egg, the bell or the whistle? We'll have to wait and see and find out. The backhand coming from Dr. Tanwir Khan, and then the near side backhand. Somehow he finds a gap, Luis Escobar. And I believe, yep, the goal is good. That'll bring us to the end of Chukka number 2. We'll be right back. Stay with us for Chukka number 3.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Welcome back. A very good afternoon. Just coming up to 2:30 on this Friday afternoon. A big day here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Not only because of the limited edition 8 goal, which is now very much up and running, but also because we've got our 7th Nick Roldan Sunset Polo White Party coming up. I've been talking about that throughout the broadcast. Very much looking forward to that. I should be down field side as well and enjoying the atmosphere. But now let's focus on what is going on here on Field 4 at Grand Champions Polo Club, and that is the 4th game of the limited edition 8 goal 2025. Tanakhanda, they are the team in the blue shirts, and if you just joined us, let me just give you a quick rundown of who's who out there. So for the team in blue, we've got Pierce Bossum at number 1 playing off 2 goals. At number 2, Dr. Tanwir Khan playing off 0 goals. The man on the ball as I speak, Santiago Moyano. He picked up a goal in chukker number 1. And looks like he might have picked up another goal here in chukker number 3. That's the 2-goaler, Santiago Moyano. Another close look at that. And, of course, at number 4, Luis Escobar. Yep, nicely done. So I'm sure he'll be very happy with that, as that brings him within that 1 goal now of Kwaiton Z. And just to remind you who is out there for the team in the white shirts, we have... beg your pardon, that goal was scored by Pierce Bossum. Thank you very much. Just getting the update there from our field side correspondent. A lot of traffic in that play. So Kwaiton Z, led by Alicia Zeidler at number 1. Artemio Figueres is doing, as always, a great job, especially from the penalty line. He's on the ball right now, picking up 2 penalty twos. We'll leave that for his elder brother, the 5-goaler Hilario Figueres, who's playing at number 4. And in between, we have, of course, the 2-goaler playing the number 3 position, and that is Joao Pedro Sousa. So after that cheeky little goal there by Pierce Bossum, the new scoreline reads 5 goals to 4, as I said, in favour of Kwaiton Z. And that is also very important. That was a very important goal for Tanakhanda, because Kwaiton Z are doing what they do so well at all levels here. 6-8-12, which is scoring goals and shutting shop in their defence. But that ball didn't go anywhere on that particular play. We're going to have the umpire just holding fire there for Luis Escobar. But Tanakhanda definitely in possession after that last play. Here we go then. Luis Escobar out to the left-hand side, looking for his number 3, Santiago Moyano. Khan gets a piece of it, but couldn't take it far enough upfield. So back to Hilario. Hilario will hammer that one into the danger zone. Again, looking, of course, for Artemio. And, wow, how are you going to stop this combo, especially those superb, supreme passes from Hilario and Artemio? Very clean and clinical in his finish. Jumps on this, wants to make sure he gets the ball on his stick side. And he nearly got there, but that little flick of the wrist was just too much for Luis Escobar to do anything about. Just under 5 minutes remain here in the first half, and still very much anyone's game. Kwaiton Z seem to have a slight upper hand here, definitely have had more ball possession and more ball touches, and have won the next throw-in. And, oh, unlucky Hilario. You could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to work that one, left that one behind, and here we go. Yeah, a little turnaround there by Piers. Back to Escobar. Now, I wouldn't mind having another closer look at what happened there. So the ball was thrown in. You remember, Hilario was about Okay, and I'm just being told something occurred away from the play, so we'll keep you updated on actually what happened, and hopefully nothing untoward, and we'll be able to continue here with Chukka. Okay, I can tell everyone's fine, I'm being told, so no serious issues. I can see one player just walking off to the sidelines, to the pony line, so something must have happened in that last play. But as I say, thank you very much for the update from our fieldside correspondent. Everybody seems to be okay. There you can see Artemio just walking his pony back to the pony lines. Might just be a little lame, nothing to worry about, nothing untoward. We will have a very short break and be back after a very, very small interruption. Stay with us here for the remaining 4 minutes, 25 seconds of Chukka number 3. Welcome back. As you can see there, the mom and the dad, Nacho, just having a few words with, I'm sure he's very proud of the way he's been playing Artemio Figueres. Mum's there as well, making sure he's okay. And he's back in the saddle. So here we go then. Good to know that nothing happened to him. Another beautiful pony he's riding, and what a talent this young man is. And not only that, also the combination of working so well with his brother, Hilario. So, well, we've heard of the Castagnolas. Well, I think the Figuereses are on that same route to becoming a very powerful brother duo. But the most important thing, as I say, is that everybody's okay. And we're able to continue playing here in this third Chukka. Remember, we play 6 Chukkas in total. Once again, a warm welcome if you've just joined us for this fourth match of the limited edition 8 Goal 2025. Your two mounted officials, Dale Schwetz and Mr. Roddy Matthews. And away we go. Ball's back in play. And it looks like Tanakhanda are going to pick up the ball from that throw-in. Everything running and instrumented, or engineered, I should say, there by Luis Escobar. A lot of experience, very intelligent player. Try to take a shot here from distance and pick up a little cheeky goal. Just ever so slightly goes wide. So Quaitonzi back in possession and ready to play the remaining 4 minutes here of Chukka number 3. And that, of course, will also bring the end of the first half to a close. Ball over to the left-hand side. And Artemio, yeah, we'll be looking for somebody at the front door, unless you try to pick that one up. Override slightly. Turn now by Moyano for Tanakhanda. Remember, they're in the blue shirts and Quaitonzi in the white shirts. Escobar, yeah, looking for a blue attacking player, and he nearly got a piece of it. Hilario, but another whistle will stop the action here at 3:20. Let's have a look at what happened there. It all started here when Luis Escobar took that ball. Now remember that line of that ball. Yeah, well, 3 of them coming together. Now the question is, who had the lesser angle? And it would appear that the lesser angle was clearly for that of Quite on Z. We'll know exactly how they decide. And we'll have a little courtesy change. And then let's see what Mr. Dale Schwetz and Mr. Roddy Matthews have decided to award. Now, I told you we've got a big day today, but of course it doesn't stop there here at Grand Champions Polo Club. We've got a triple header coming your way tomorrow. Saturday, the 22nd of March, 12 o'clock, the much anticipated and been waiting for this Halo Polo 6-Gold Trophy final. The Polo School will be taking on Smithfield in that. That promises to be a very exciting final, so make sure you tune in for that at 12 o'clock. And then I reckon after the prizes are done, we might have a little window of half an hour before 2 o'clock, when we then continue the action in the J. John T. Oxley 16 goal, where Los Machitos will be taking on Quite on Z. As I said, they've been playing everything 6, 8, 12, and now in the 16 goal as well. And then at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, all good things come in threes, we have another game in the Madeleine Bourdieu Memorial, where Bushwood Pink will be taking on Casablanca. So plenty of polo today and tomorrow. And of course, for the updates on any of our schedules, please go to gcpolo.com and see the latest updates as and when they come and appear. So very quick courtesy change, and away we go with a hit from the spot taken by Hilario Figueres, always keeping an eye on for where his brother Artemio. This time the ball didn't quite get through. Hilario comes back, hauls up, gets the ball off the sideboards, I meant to say. Drills another one of those monster shots. Now then, can she jump onto this? Oh, unlucky. That would have been a great goal for Alessia Zeidler. And I'm sure that's what Hilario had intended, to tee that ball up nicely, or lay it up nicely for Alessia. Little under the neck now from Luis Escobar. Finds his team deep in his own half. Need to get a little bit more distance. Hilario coming down the line as well. And another whistle will stop the action with 2.5 minutes remaining. It all started, as you can see here, with Escobar hammering that ball. Yeah. Now, are they going to call an uneven ride if that's where the new line changed? But I think the whistle had already gone by then. Let's see what they make out of that one. Quite a lot going on. And as I suspected, it's going to go against Tanakhanda and in favour of Quite on Z. Now, let's see if Hilario decides to go for the direct hit. No, he's going to tap it in, get a little bit closer. Nobody coming in to challenge him. You can see a clear path or a passageway to goal. Just wants to make sure that Luis Escobar does not get in his way. Oh, a deflection. It came off the mallet of Joao Pedro Sousa. Now, I don't know if he intended to do that, but if he did, well, then well done, because that was a very close play. It was a daisy cutter, so the ball was very low. And Tanakhanda dodging a huge bullet here. That would have probably been the goal of the month if that would have gone in. So but now let's see if that pass from Luis Escobar can find an attacking player. Well, he's found on the near side, Dr. Tanwir Khan. He couldn't control it. And of course, back in the thick of it, Hilario Figueres needs to be careful. Now, that is one of those monster shots, picked up nicely by a brother. Oh, my goodness. 1, 2 touches, and Artemio can not just hit him from the line, but he can also hit them from, well, anywhere in the field. There's a perfectly played pass with a slight little cut on it. It drops, opens his shoulders, follows through. Artemio's 4th goal of the match. Nicely done. So, a 3-goal advantage for Quite on Z. First time any team has been leading by 3 goals. And we are down to the last minute of play here in the first half. Just the 1 goal from Piers Bossum, which was also I would call it a Hall of Famer. Escobar will have to regroup with his team in the half-time break, which of course is coming up in just a few moments. And I'm sure they wouldn't mind picking up another last-minute goal if they can. And maybe this young man, Santiago Moyano, will do exactly that. Runs into a lot of traffic, and he must have by now surely the majority of all the touches. Hilario Figueres, well, he won't mind taking it the other way. Another monster shot there from him. Escobar will get to the ball first. Beg your pardon. Nobody's going to get to the ball first because that ball went out of bounds, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. So 4-7. Tanakhanda need to adjust a little bit here or there, and we'll know exactly how and what they do when we come back. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few moments for the second half of this limited edition 8 goal between Tanakhanda and Quite On Z.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything that goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo but women's polo, so we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate Cocktail, because this is the fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxing, chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day. Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post. If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate and Cocktail, because this is the fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxed and chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
have played at Santa Rita before, and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo, but women's polo. So we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
Well, welcome back, and very warm welcome and a good afternoon to you, Grand Champions Polo Club, with where we're at, field number 4, CTV Sports. As always, I'm bringing you all the action today of the limited edition 8 Gold 2025. We're in game number 4. We've got in the blue shirts Tanakhanda, led by Piers Bossum, playing off 2 goals at number 1. At number 2, Dr. Tanwir Khan, the 0-goaler. At number 3, the 2-goaler Santiago Moyano, who picked up a very early goal in Chukka number 1, and of course Luis Escobar, who picked up the very first goal of this game within just under 10 seconds of that first ball being thrown in. Picked up a second goal in Chukka number 2, as did Piers Bossum pick up a goal in Chukka number 3. So those altogether will total 4. And Kwaitonzi, who got off to a bit of a shaky start in that first phase of Chukka number 1, but then very quickly found their rhythm. Artemio Figueres, João Pedro Sousa, and Hilario Figueres all picking up a goal in the opening Chukka. Artemio also been very consistent. He picked up another penalty too in Chukka number 2 and scored 2 goals from regular play in Chukka number 3. So he currently leads the goal scoring tally with 4. But let's just go through the players again. Kwaitonzi, Alessia Zeidler at number 1, playing off -1. Artemio, I just spoke about the 2-goaler playing at number 2, picking up 4 goals. At number 3, the 1 goal on the account of João Pedro Sousa, the 2-goaler. And Hilario Figueres, who's been dispensing those balls all over the field. And that combination between Hilario and Artemio, definitely a force to be reckoned with. But Hilario himself also scored in the first and the second Chukka. Now you add all those goals up together, you end up with 7. And that's how they left the field after 3 Chukkas of play. 7 goals to 4 in favour of Kwaitonzi. Your 2 mandated officials this afternoon, Dale Schwetz and Roddy Matthews. And we're just waiting for, I think, 1 or 2 more players to make their way back out from the tents. And I'm pretty sure that Luis Escobar will have had some interesting words with his teammates because, as I said, apart from that shaky start, Kwaitonzi has been very, very consistent. They picked up 3 goals in Chukka number 1, 2 in Chukka number 2, and 3 in Chukka number 2. So very consistent there. Tanakhanda only scored twice in the opening Chukka and then just a goal in Chukka 2 and Chukka number 3, which just isn't enough, not at this level. So I'm sure they would have changed their strategy or their game plan somewhat. Alicia Zeidler also nearly picking up her first goal of the tournament after a great pass that came to her, just a little bit too far afield to actually make contact. But I'm sure we will see plenty more opportunities for both of these teams to get up on the score sheet. So, as I say, just waiting for 1 or 2 more players to make their way back out onto the field. And, well, I can't tell you, but there's a real buzz going on here at the CTV headquarters studios for tonight's game. We have a very special in aid of a charity game coming up. It is all, of course, part of the 7th Nick Roldan's Sunset Polo White Party, which is due to start, I believe, about 6 o'clock. Of course, it will be covered and broadcast to you here via CTV Sports. Dale Schwetz will be in the house a little bit later on this afternoon. He's on the field, of course, at the moment, umpiring alongside Roddy Matthews. So you might want to tune in for that. We've got 2 surprise acts that are going to be appearing this evening. And then, of course, plenty of music. The Argentine Asado will also be part of the evening's entertainment program. And well done if you got yourself some tickets. You still have chances to get tickets. I'm sure there will be tickets on the door. If not, go to sunsetpolo.com. And then, well, I will very much be looking forward to seeing you. I'll be there myself this afternoon, making sure that everything is up and running for what promises to be a very, very special evening. Remember, all the proceeds going to a good cause, the Kids Cancer Foundation and the PTF, the Polo Training Foundation, of which we've got another big one, the Buzz Welker, coming up on Monday, March 24th. And if you'd like to join us for that, it's always great to see how future generations are coming up through the ranks, and the PTF has been so supportive in allowing these young kids to, well, improve on their game and play at the PTF. So I think we're about ready to continue with the second half. Not quite sure what took them so long, but I'm sure it all has its reasons, as Dale Schwetz and Roddy Matthews, of course, will want the game to start where that last chukker ended, and that looks like a hit from the spot here in favour of Tanakhanda, quickly taken by Luis Escobar. So let's see if that strategy has changed, and let's see if they can start scoring a few more goals here as we get things moving. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door here at Kwaiton Z on the boards once again with the number 3, Santiago Moyano. Nicely plays it up to the front door and then round the bend. Now then, can he put the finish on that? The backhand is what was needed. Another backhand shot going straight across that goal mouth. Escobar beaten to it. And good clearance shot there from Zeidler, getting it out of the danger zone. Gets now the support of Figueres. Leaves it. Sousa up as well on a very fast pony. Working it very nicely. Great stick work and great pony control. And then, of course, the man who is lethal in front of goal, Hilario Figueres. Well, that ball will come out. Now, will he go for the back? No, he's going to stop and try and work this one. Turns around. Artemio wants to open those shoulders, take a shot. He takes the shot, but it just goes wide. So that first attempt of an attack, a new launched attack by Tanakhanda, didn't quite end up where I'm sure Luis Escobar wanted it to end up. Here we go then. Attempt number 2, this time out to the left-hand side where he's found Santiago Moyano. A daisy cutter ball up to the front door. In comes Dr. Tanwir Khan. Will leave the right of way here to Piers. Khan overrides. In comes Escobar very quickly. Gets pushed away from that line, allowing Hilario to now take aim. And, well, he's probably dispensed his attacking players. Or will he go for the direct shot? No, he was going to play that one to the right-hand side. Looking for the pickup. The near side backhander coming from Escobar. Clears it. And I beg your pardon, that is Escobar. From Moyano, I should have said. Escobar on a bouncing ball. Very difficult to control. Also the case here for Hilario. But then out of nowhere comes Dr. Tanwir Khan. And Khan will tee it up just perfectly here for the number 4, Luis Escobar. But the assist, and what a great ball that was from Dr. Tanwir Khan. Easy pickings for Luis Escobar, picking up his 3rd goal of the game, and a very important goal because he's brought them within 2 goals of Kwaiton Z's 7 scored. Back to the halfway line, of course. This time everything being thrown in from the near side, if you will. Mr. Matthews doing the honours now, throwing that ball in. And as we can't reiterate enough, it's winning those throw-ins that make all the difference and give you the slight advantage. Once you're in control and you have possession of the ball, it's game on. As Hilario Figueres, I'm sure, will tell you if he got the chance. Cutting across there on his right of way, coming from left to right, was Luis Escobar. Now, he might have thought that there was enough room for him to do and make that play. But let's have another look here on the slow motion here on the replay. Hilario plays it. Line change, obviously, because he changed that ball, the direction. And the the trap closes on Luis Escobar. Now, where did that foul take place? It was in the vicinity, I thought, of the halfway line. Maybe not. Which is why it looks like they've moved this ball up for a penalty 3, an open goal, undefended penalty 3. Yeah, there's an extra ball there on the penalty 2 line, which doesn't belong there. Now it's being picked up. So the big question, will Hilario allow Artemio, who's been, as I say, very, very solid. And at the same time, some of the players making the most of the fact that they're so close to the pony lines, getting themselves a fresh set of legs. So a little quick courtesy change. And yeah, it will be Artemio Figueras, who's been clearly given the option of a spot or a penalty 2. Beg your pardon, penalty 3, as I thought. I thought he might have moved that ball. So a penalty 3, an open goal, penalty 3, 40 yards, undefended in favour of Kwaitonzi. And as I say, so far he's 2 for 2. And let's see if he can now make this goal number 5 and his first penalty 3 from 40 yards. No mistake, as to be expected. Artemio Figueras, very solid, as I say, and that is goal number 5, and he restores with that goal the 3-goal advantage in favour of Kwaitonzi, but there is still plenty of time left. A lot of polo to be played here in this limited edition 8-goal 2025. Back to the halfway line, and let's see now if Tanakhanda can win this throw-in. That would definitely help and tick a very important box. Well, he nearly got away with it, but straight away on him was once again Artemio. But now, can they catch up with Santiago Moyano? Moyano, bouncing ball, unlucky. Hilario takes the pace out somewhat. But we have another whistle. All started here. Everything relatively clean. Yeah, line change. And again, ever so slightly unlucky there for Piers Bossum, just cutting across. I mean, we are, as Dale would always say, you know, we're talking game of inches here, and those few inches make all the difference. Again, a very good call there by our mounted officials. So hit from the spot, a 5. A 4. Kwaitonzi, quickly taken by Hilario. He's found brother Artemio. They also very much, I think, have been practicing this one-touch polo. Back to bigger brother Hilario. The backhand coming to try and clear it, but they're just not clearing it far enough. Lands once again at the feet of Artemio Figueras. I wasn't sure whether he was going to apply a little chip shot initially. Now he's gone for the I want to work this one myself option. And he's done a very good job. The finish, well, if you put in the hours, you will get the reward. So goal number 6 here for Artemio Figueras. Making it a Dolly Parton, 9-5. So Kwaitonzi on course as it stands at the moment to pick up their first win here. Remember, they're 0-1. They lost to Amaro in overtime by 10 goals to 11. But looking very solid, very comfortable. Here, the team in the white shirts, and away we go. But this time it'll be Luis Escobar winning the throw-in, and this is kind of how he scored the opening goal. Just came in from the left-hand side. Escobar still working it. Luis Escobar, and that's a cracking goal. Very similar to that first one he scored, and now his second, making it 9 goals to 6, still in favour of Kwaitonzi. Well played, well played. So the lineup on the halfway line, a little over 1:20 remaining, probably less by the time that ball is released, which is now. And this time it is once again the turn of Kwaitonzi, having won the throw-in. But Escobar working hard, trying to take the man first to create enough space that he needs to take that shot. That shot slightly out to the right-hand side, but would have been a cracking goal and a much-needed one here for Tanakhanda. But with that ball going out of bounds, it will, of course, be Kwaitonzi who have possession. And once again, Hilario Figueres gets things underway. In comes the first challenger, and he nearly got away with it. Ooh, unlucky. Hilario gets a second chance. Yeah, they're coming in very early, very deep again. He won't let go. Figueres and Figueres now both forming that last line of defense, the two-man wall, if you will. Hilario playing it out to the left, to the right-hand side, beg your pardon. Remember, coming from the east end goal, playing towards that west end goal mouth. And obviously, while Noah was looking, Artemio had once again snuck up there. Little cut shot from Piers Bossum. Didn't go very fast. Hilario's appealing. Advantage given. The shot on goal. Well, what is going to stop this man? Artemio Figueres. That is a hat-trick in this chukker alone. And that is goal number 7 in total. So just sticking with it. Finds that little window. Chance to open those shoulders. Puts it away, and that brings us to the end of chukker number 4. So 3 goals to 2. They're hanging on, but will they have enough time? Make sure you don't miss chukker 5 and 6 when we return.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate and Cocktail, because this is the fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxing, chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Welcome back. What an incredible chukker there. What an incredible performance there by Artemio Figueres, picking up a hat-trick in that last chukker, putting his team now into double figures. They lead by 10 goals to 6. 2 goals coming in from Tanakhanda, one from Luis Escobar, one from Santiago Moyano, but it's just not enough as it stands. Kwaitonzi extending their lead from what was 3 goals now to 4 goals. We still have 2 more chukkers to play. And you just saw Luis Escobar there talking to one of his teammates, saying we've got to tighten up a little bit more, I'm sure, on the old defense as Luis. And this is exactly what he did in that very first chukker, the first ball that was thrown in. Took the ball within 9.8 seconds, I think it was, and hit the target, opening up the scoring, and that kind of suggested that that might be the default setting for this game. But then Kwaitonzi very quickly got their rhythm going, and all very much thanks to this man here, Hilario Figueres, doing a very, very good job. And as I say, that combination with his brother, absolutely lethal. Looks like he got a little knock in his back there, did Artemio. Let's hope he's okay. Let's have another look at what happened here. Keep an eye on the man in the number 2. There he is. Goes on the board, yeah, and He unfortunately had not the lesser angle. That was very much established very quickly here by Luis Escobar. So another good call by our mounted officials. Hit from the spot, taken very quickly into the danger zone, or into the drop zone, if you will, looking for Piers Bossum. Bossum turned it, tried to control it. And ball's back in possession now for Quaitonzi. Hilario sends it out to the left. And very quickly, incredible how he reads the player, knows exactly where to go. Artemio, so not only a technically very, very versatile player, but also a very smart and intelligent player. Back to brother Hilario. He's going to run into Piers Bossum. Takes him out of the equation, puts the ball to the boards. Bossum with an under the neck. Unfortunately, takes it over the board, so there will be a change of possession. Incredible pace here by both of these teams. And clearly, Tanakhanda feeling the pressure now from this very well mounted and very well gelled Quaitonzi team. Now, we've had already quite a few surprises. This could be another one in the making, taken by Artemio. Little bouncing deflection coming off the mallet of Luis Escobar. And he's just going to hold back a little bit, waiting for everybody to get where he would like them to be before he releases a pass. Seidler coming in to challenge, being told by Hilario, careful, you don't want to cause a foul. Now, Escobar plays it out to the left, looking for somebody in a blue shirt, and looks like he's found the number 2, Dr. Tanweer Khan. Remember, he was instrumental in one of those earlier goals. Ball turned. Once again, possession. This time, João Pedro Sousa doing a lot of the hard work in clearing or creating those passages, those pathways for both Artemio and Hilario to do what they've been doing, which is a stellar job. Still Hilario. That's the time. There's nobody who's coming down the line at any speed or within any vicinity, so why not go for the long distance shot, but this one slightly wide. So still no score here in chukker number 5. I'm sure that's only a matter of time until that changes. But once again, Luis Escobar finds himself on his own back line for a knock-in. And away we go. He's got Moyano to his left. Tanweer Khan going up through the middle. And this is what I'm talking about. Quaitonzi coming in very, very deep. The near side backhand shot to try and send it into that goal mouth. Didn't quite make the connection. But once again, Figueres Hilario looking for brother Artemio. Or possibly the Brazilian João Pedro Sousa. Cleared by Escobar, but only high and not far. And that's what you really want. Nice touch now here from Santiago Moyano, looking for Dr. Tanweer Khan, who was already on that side of the field. Seidler leaves the right of way here for Hilario. Still Hilario Figueres on the turn, stops. That's a little look up. And I'm sure the reason for that whistle will be a courtesy change. So, courtesy change number 5 here. And still no score in this chukker. And remember, they will be playing a 6th and final chukker, so still plenty of time. Only 4 goals for Tanakhanda to turn things around. Quick reminder of what's happening tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. A lot of polo happening here, of course, this weekend. Starting off, well, with this game here today, and then we've got the Nick Roldan Sunset White Polo Party coming up this evening. But then tomorrow, as I was saying, we have a triple header. The Halo Polo Trophy final, the much anticipated final, will be taking place. The Polo School will be taking on Smithfield. 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, the John T. Oxley 16 goal Los Machitos will be taking on the 16-goal Kwaiton Z team. And then tomorrow afternoon, we continue with a very special tournament here at Grand Champions, the Madeleine Bourdieu Memorial. Bushwood Pink against Casablanca. So, as I say, plenty of cracking polo from 6 to 16 tomorrow. Coming up on your screens here at CTV Sports. A little over 5 minutes remain here at Chukka number 5. And let's see if Tanakhanda can turn things around. They have enough time. Just need to start scoring goals and just need to avoid getting more goals. Very nice temperatures today. We had a bit of a temperature drop. 23, 24 degrees in Celsius, which is probably the low 70s in Fahrenheit. So not quite as sticky and as hot as it's been. Perfect conditions here for the 4- and 2-legged athlete. Hilario gets things underway, moving. And once again, as if there's a magnet between those two brothers in their mallets. Next stop was Artemio Figueras. Cleared. But only as far as Artemio. Yeah, and brother Hilario is there to lend him a helping hand if he needs to. Well, he's got to clear the way now, Santiago, to allow him to make the play. Umpires, I'm sure, making sure of that. And Hilario, well, that really was a Remington. He was going for the direct shot there. And probably no more than a couple of inches between that ball and that goalpost. So back to Luis Escobar. Should really have Pierce Bossum in front of him, unless this is a set play. Let's see what they're going to do here. Yep, it is a set play. And now the long drive. Up to the front door. Looks like he might have found Dr. Tanwir Khan. No, it's going to be back to Hilario. Plays that one back down towards the boards, looking for his Brazilian teammate, João Pedro Sousa. Didn't get there in the nick of time. But Hilario working a lot here in this game. And now 2-on-1 situation. And that's the way this time Artemio will just tuck in behind, steals it on the near side, blocking that pass. Now he needs to keep it in play. He's got a man on, Santiago Moyano. But he's not phased. Here comes the under the neck shot. Not a clean touch. Everybody overrides, and I was just going to say there's always going to be that man just waiting there, anticipating, and he anticipated very well. And that is goal number 2 for the Brazilian, João Pedro Sousa, making it 11 goals to 6. So not quite going the way Tanakhanda were hoping for here in the penultimate 5th Chukka. Now, I wonder if they're going to be quick enough to get back to the halfway line for another throw-in, or are they going to call it a Chukka? Well, just in the nick of time, the ball gets thrown into play, and once again, Kwaiton Z have won the throw-in. And I can't reiterate and say it enough, that makes such a difference. That back shot was going nowhere. Down comes the hammer, this time from Moyano. Again, not enough distance on that play. Picked up now by Hilario. He'll take the scenic route. Just wants to get into a position to get a shot off onto goal. Looks. And they run out of time. Well, that will bring us to the end of Chukka number 5. So just the one goal for Kwaiton Z. You don't want to miss the action. We'll be right back for Chukka number 6.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Welcome back. Chukker number 6. Well, what another very good chukker here for Kwiatonzi in that fifth chukker. No score from Tanakhanda. And that is something, of course, which could cost them dearly. They scored twice in chukker number 4. No score in chukker number 5. And remember the hat-trick coming from Artemio in chukker number 4. And then a very nice goal from João Pedro Sousa. So here we go then. Chukker number 6. 5 goals in it. Well, to draw level. 6 goals if you want to win it. And let's see if they can pull something special out of the bag here. On the move, Piers Bossum. Possession, possession, possession is now, of course, the key word. And the calmness of which Hilario is playing is also commendable. Seems to know exactly what he's going to do, and when he does it, he's had a couple of mishits, but nothing really to write home about. And these sort of little jewels here are all costing valuable time, which I'm sure Kwiatonzi want to take away from Tanakhanda, because the more they can keep them at bay and stop them from taking that ball a bit further the other side of the field, the better it is for them. Already now down to 6.5 minutes. And as I say, 6 goals are needed. Escobar running into a little bit of a feud there with Artemio Figueres. Let's see what umpire Dale Schwetz, who was right on top of that play, what he makes of that. You can see, there he is. Escobar, little touch. That was clean. Well, I'm having a look here, and the 2 umpires seem to be on the same page here, having made that decision very quickly. Going against Tanakhanda and in favor of Kwiatonzi. You can see him there teeing up the ball. Penalty 3. Yeah. So needed to allow the player to make the play, and that, of course, is something which is always very important. And that didn't happen, so penalty 3, open goal. This could be goal number 8 for Artemio. I did say could be. Just put that one wide, did not hit that one cleanly at all. But I'm pretty sure nobody's going to mind. He's done so well. 7 goals, as I say. 6 minutes remaining on the clock. And the clock, of course, has no mercy. Time just keeps going and going and going. Escobar could be looking at Piers Bossum, who's on his right-hand side. A little bit unlucky there on that play. But a foul, of course, is a foul. A right-of-way infraction is a right-of-way. And again, very good call here by the umpires. So now, let's see if Luis Escobar can make something happen here. Big shot downfield. Now who can jump onto this? The open backhand shot. Well, he got a piece of it. And umpires allowing play to continue. Hilario got there in the nick of time, steals it, sends it back upfield towards that west end goal mouth. Good touch here by João Pedro Sousa, taking 2 defenders with him. Broken play. Ball's on the boards. But we had a whistle. Let's have another look. It all started with the hit coming from Hilario. Got picked up nicely by Sousa. Maybe that's where they had that little rub. And then, of course, maybe coming across the pony right there. So from where I'm sitting, I saw two possible fouls. Umpires there just comparing notes. Was it the first or the second? Was it the uneven ride-off on the reaching or the slight little rub beforehand? Either way, it looks like it's going to go against Tanakhanda and in favour of Kwaitonzi. With still a good 5.5 minutes remaining, but this is not really what you want to be doing, is giving the ball away. Umpire Schwetz there just explaining to Hilario what that foul was all about. And again, based on where that foul took place, ball placement, of course, a very big part of the sport today. Penalty 4, so defended. Defending team must allow a 30-yard distance to the striking of the player hitting the ball. So the man who clearly can't miss at the moment, Artemio Figueres, a second attempt for his 8th goal. Well, I rest my case. You know, he hits them all and he hits them so well. So let's have a look. He's hit 2 from the penalty 2 spot, 1 from the 3, and now 1 from the 4, and a total of 4 goals out of regular play. That is quite a performance here, and very well played, Artemio Figueres. Something tells me he won't be on 2 goals for very much longer. Back to the halfway line they go then, waiting for that ball to be thrown in. Clock running down, of course, coming up to the 5-minute mark. This has just gone 3:30 in the afternoon on a Friday afternoon. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend, and hope those of you who are making your way down to Grand Champions, you're ready for what promises to be a fantastic afternoon of polo and an evening party. Remember, the 7th Nick Roldan Sunset Polo White Polo Party is happening here this afternoon or this evening. I do know that tickets were selling out, especially for the VIP enclosure, were selling out. I think of completely sold out, but there should still be general admission. So get yourself down here and enjoy what promises to be a superb evening of entertainment, both on and off the field. Back to Luis Escobar now and his team, Tanakhanda, who are just, running out of time now. 6 goals is what they need, and they've got less than 4 minutes in which to do so. Piers Bossum. I like the fact that he's still working very hard and fighting. Come on, Piers, put this one away. Oh, unlucky. Teed it up just right. Wanted to finish it with a nice clean under the next shot. Kwaitonzi once again in possession. Left behind here by the Brazilian Sousa for Figueres. And he'll be looking out on the left-hand side, trying to outplay that man with the number 3 on his shirt. And Artemio, well, he doesn't waste any time. If he needs to come on the other side of that player, he will. And this is where the horsepower, of course, is so important. Turned, stolen back by Luis Escobar. But that will give us a whistle and a chance for a final courtesy change. And, yeah, looks like Kwaitonzi have achieved what they set out to do. Interesting that both of these teams in their opening match had to concede in overtime. 7 goals to 8 for Tanakhanda against Tough Rider, and Kwaitonzi in overtime to Amaro, winning that first game, or rather losing that first game for Kwaitonzi, but they've regrouped, and they've done a very good job in that regrouping. And they came out here, guns blazing, goal scoring. And so far in the sixth and final chocker, just that one goal, the penalty 4 taken by Artemio, which has clearly set them up now for their first win. And remember, Quiet on Z will also be featured tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock in the John T. Oxley 16 goal. Will they be taking on another powerhouse, Los Machitos. They really are the team this season at all levels to beat. So well done and congratulations to Lesha Zyler to putting in such a clever selection of teams for all the levels. Now remember, of course, we still have the World Polo League very much alive and kicking. The Palm Beach Open. Remember, go to gcpolo.com for your updates on the next games. As we now go back to the action, a little over 3 minutes here remaining in Chukka number 6. Would be nice to see Tanakhanda finishing, even if they don't win the game, but on a high. Cheeky little steal here by Piers. Maybe a little bit too cheeky for the likings of our two mounted officials. They blow the whistle. All started here just on the boards. One player jumping over the boards. The ball got fished, taken away. Well, I'm going to have to wait to see what the umpires make of that one. Looks like it's going to go against Quiet on Z for a blocking foul. And that will result in a shot on goal, an open goal penalty, again, based on where that foul took place, 4. Yeah, so I'm just having confirmation it was indeed a blocking foul. So a penalty 2 is the result or the consequence, and Santiago Moyano will pick up his 3rd goal of the game. So at least something to build upon, and that makes it 7 goals to 12. But dare I say it, with the 2.5 minutes or under 2.5 minutes now remaining here in Chukka number 6, it's just a question of time. But you've also got to give it up to Quiet on Z. They've been playing a fantastic game of polo here. Well done, Alessia, Artemio, Joao Pedro, and Hilario. So Quiet on Z still very much the team that everybody wants to beat. Once again, setting a new precedent here that they will, even if they're a game down, they will come back fighting. Hilario gets a little clip there. Very, very good hook. And all of a sudden, that nearly went through, but great horsemanship there from Santiago Moyano. Needs to allow Hilario to make the play. Here it comes. A daisy cutter out to the right-hand side, where he will find Artemio. A little over 1.5 minutes remaining. Artemio somehow got a piece of that ball, tried to lay it up into the danger zone, back out to the boards where he was waiting. Artemio. In comes brother Hilario, and he will just leave them all standing. Like they're waiting for a London double-decker bus. That never arrives. And then here we go. Another shot on goal by the number 2. Slightly overcooked that one, but again, costing and taking away a lot of valuable time on the clock here. A little over a minute remaining in the 6th and final Chukka. Come on, Tanakhanda. Let's see another goal from the Blues. Yeah, that's the pass up to Luis Escobar. But Hilario is going to say, not on my watch. Well, Escobar takes that one into the corner. We're down to the last 40 or so seconds. Escobar couldn't pick it up on the near side. Hilario now, new line, new possession, stolen by Moyano. And he will make no mistake here, picking up his 4th goal of the match. But I think they realise that quite on Z, it was their day today. The last few seconds of chukker number 6. But it's always nice to see that, in this case, Tanakhanda leave on a high, leave on a good note. Well, that's it. They shake hands. So the final score then, 12 goals to 8. Congratulations once again, quite on Z. Well played, Alessia Artemio, Joao and Hilario Figueres. From now, that is all of it, all of the polo for now from all of us here at CTV Sports Studios. Remember to tune in this afternoon, 5:30, I believe is general admission. 6 o'clock is the throw-in of the 7th Nick Roldan Sunset Polo White Party. From all of us here, enjoy your weekend, and I hope to see some of you down there later on this afternoon.